Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through Dust, an Elysian Tail. This will be my new series here on the channel, following up Ori. And we're just going to start a new game. I have played through this before, just so you know. And we're going to play this on normal. It's been...
Our world has fallen to fade. Its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of his sword.
So this game is voice acted, which means less talking for me during cutscenes. I was going to say, it's been quite a while since I played this game, so expect me to have forgotten pretty much everything. So, let's go with your name is Fidget.
I'm sorry, I think I misheard before. You said your name was Fidget?
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
Calm yourself, Fidget. His name is Dust, and he is the one who woke me from my slumber.
So, Fidgets, then?
That's me. And you're Dust?
It would seem that way, though I can't recall that name. No offense, but aren't you a bit, well, small? For a guardian, I mean.
Hey, I just look after that thing. After 200 years, nobody expects the sword to just fly off and start, talking. I'm kind of wishing somebody told me this was part of the job description. Or maybe they did, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
So, Fidget's kind of adorable.
So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword-bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Way too adorable.
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
So we've got Fidget and Dust. Dust here is a good guy, even though I think he's actually a really horrible person back in his prior life. Here we have a treasure key. We're going to need a lot of those. One of the nice things about this game... Inventory. One of the nice things about this game is that if you see there on the minimap, it's got that little dot. It tells you exactly when you found items in a room. So you know exactly where you need to backtrack to. Really enjoy that. So this is an action platformer with RPG elements, also known as a Metroidvania. Yes, there's a theme going on here. It's also gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of Ori. Or I should say, Ori reminds me a lot of it. It came out significantly before Ori did. And it is just a fun little game. It's furries, so I hope it doesn't bother any of you. Though that has really nothing to do with the actual game. You could use... I'm using the Xbox controller for it. You can use mouse and keyboard. You could also use analog or non-analog controls. I'll probably switch between them as I go along. And here we got a wall to break down. Now, to prove to you that this is a Metroidvania game, we just got Mysterious Wall Chicken. Oh yes! This game is full of Castlevania references, among other things. It is a Metroidvania through and through. It wears its influences on its sleeve.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
So, this is how we justify knowing where treasure is. Can you not jump through here? I guess you can't. Map. See, there's an open circle, so we haven't gotten the treasure on this screen. Dash with left or right trigger, or the R button. Dash uses energy. Let me wipe far your HUD. So, if you're using dual analog, you can do it that way. Oh, I just used the wall chicken. Darn it! I need to unequip that for my hot bar, I think. Oh, now it'll let me drop through here. Thank you, game. Just use the wall chicken, which is a pity because those are actually pretty good healing items. I didn't need to use it. Let's... Yep. Treasure in ancient times, our greatest possessions and Sonic's allies were locked away using powerful magic beyond our comprehension. The only way to reclaim these lost treasures is to use the magically attuned keys strewn about our world. I only hope there's enough time to free them all. There are, in fact, enough keys in the game to open every chest. There we go. No need to use up the precious wall chickens.
All right, we found a chest.
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
We will need a key. So there's a mini game. And we get stuff. So we got loader nuts and feeble fruits. We'll equip a feeble fruit to the quick heal. That'll work for now. And we got a revival stone, which I believe just brings us back from the dead once. Let's explore this way. That's the way to go. Says there's a path down, but I didn't see a path down. We don't have the ability to go through there yet. So this game is definitely a little more heavy on the action side than Ori. Combat is pretty intense.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something! said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're going to need them.
Alright, so we got some free healing items. Fidget is adorable. And yeah, so this is a much more combo-heavy, action-heavy game. So if you run through here, you autosave, you press up, you save the game. And I start on slot 6 here, and there we go. But we're not done quite yet. Enemies are pretty basic for now. You can get away with mashing a lot. That will change. And you do get a bonus for doing well in combat, so keep that in mind. So, yeah. X, X, Y, Y. See, there you go. It does buffer inputs, so if you're going for those kind of combos, do be aware of the buffering. It's good to keep it in mind. And we'll be able to do some really crazy stuff later on with the combos. So this is to toss someone up. You can do lots of fun stuff. And make sure we pick up the money he dropped. Money is important. And what do we have here?
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
All right, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
Oh yeah. Get used to seeing the little flurry combo there a lot. That is a spectacularly useful ability. Really good for just weakening up a lot of enemies. Yep, and there we go. I'm not going to worry too horribly much about combos and things like that. You do get more XP, but it's not particularly important. We'll gain plenty of levels throughout the game, especially with how much backtracking is required to get through everything. And yeah, that's this is kind of the game. Grab the money. Juggles are super important in the game.
Hey, you just leveled up.
Is that what I did? It feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more powerful.
Okay. So, you can level these up however you want to, within 4 of the lowest. So, it behooves you to kind of do it in order. You know, it's a pretty big boost you get for each point. So, you know, don't be afraid to use these. Yep, let's upgrade that. And there we go. No problem. And a new note. He chased me and I ran. 5, maybe 6 of them, all armed to the teeth and closing in fast. I made it to Archer's Pass with an arrow in my leg that cut up to me at the headless statue. Bright and desperate with nowhere to go, I climbed out in the hand and made a leap of faith. Remember that. Ball chicken! And here the wind is pushing us back. But we still managed to get the key here. And yeah, there's no real reason to keep going. But we got another key, which means we can open up another chest when we find one. There will be times when we will not have enough keys to open the chest directly in front of us. We can always acquire it later. One of the things I really like about Dust is he is very good at aerial combos. You might be noticed I'm picking up some items there that don't look like coins. There is a crafting system in the game. We'll get to that in a bit. Ah. 1 key. By the way, you'll note it says above her how many keys you need. Also, conveniently, it points in the appropriate direction for where you need to press the button. By the way, this is another way to have gotten that key there. It's like, oh, well, I can't get out of there. Well, I have to jump down to get the key. Very well-designed game. Very pretty, very well-designed. Good voice acting. Can't save everywhere like we could in Ori, so... but it's a little bit different than Ori as far as what it's expecting out of your play. But yeah, these are all pretty basic enemies. Things will get more complicated in a hurry. There we go. Was there an enemy down here? There was. Yeah, Dust controls well. And it's fun to... It's a fun little game. You could get through a lot by mashing, especially on the normal difficulty. Not so much as you get farther up. Just safe when it...
Wow. It's really beautiful up here.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Alright, I'm going to put a break in here. So until our paths cross again, have fun, stay safe everyone.